2 days till Prawn's gig.
Just leave with the pieces. Down around you're never safe, wishing for some other place. I never said life was easy.
After 6 weeks on the road, with a ride just outside Bristol, a bridge just above junction 15 on the M5.
Say what I like what I say. You can say just what you want behind it, doing it my way. Wishing that I wasn't here, now that I didn't know you.
How you doing?
Close your curtains, hold your minds. It just tells me you're inside. So scared I almost own you. When I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling highway. Say what I
Do? I'm a musician, so like a travelling musician, really. So, like an old school troubadour. Originally, the troubadours were like a kind of a wandering minstrels. So it was like a kind of ancient kind of French tradition, really. So, so I'm like a modern version with Van and everything else. What makes me want to do that? That's a really big question. I think for me it kind of happened by accident. I've always wanted to travel. That was kind of like from being really, really tiny. That was, never knew exactly what I wanted to do, but it always involved travelling. So I was kind of fascinated by travel and everything else. And then eventually I ended up kind of meeting up with a friend who played guitar and was going out busking and stuff. And he started to teach me to play guitar, and I kind of fell into it by accident, really, because I found it was a way that I could actually make a living travelling. So I did it for a little while, just kind of for fun, and then I kind of found a little niche, I guess, really.
Would be able to have like a tour of your van?
A little tour, yeah. I don't know how long a tour, an actual tour would take, but yeah, that's good. Yeah. What can we jump in?
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah. I've been playing music for just over 30 years. Spent a fair bit of that time really sort of on the road one way or another. Either sort of, initially I didn't drive, so I travelled out public transport and stuff like that, and then lots of driving, and cars, vans, all sorts really. And then I think after a while it just becomes, it's almost like, I don't know, is it addictive, or it's very difficult to stop, definitely. So you kind of just build up an entire lifestyle around it, so I can't imagine not travelling at all. Get very jittery, it's just can't sit still. So I guess I just like that, just that constant new experiences one way or another. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's you've got to be very resilient. It can be a little bit soul destroying at times. Winters can be, like last winter I found it sort of hard going. There's always challenges. So it's definitely not an easy option. I suppose the kind of rewards are there, where you learn to become. I guess you can streamline the way that you do everything, so that you learn to cope with most situations that don't really.
so long. How did it ever come to this?
Don't know, just down here somewhere.
Yeah.
See if we can find us a nice little viewpoint somewhere. Listen to a lot of music when you drive.
No, I don't actually.
This is the first time in 6 weeks that I've ever seen Prawn in a vehicle. What do you normally do when you drive then?
It's 1917.
Yeah, normally just
April
The
every
whole
day.
time they've been walking and I've driven. I don't know why they didn't get in the van at any point, and neither did they ask to or imply they wanted to. I'm starting to think that maybe it was me or my van, or maybe the fact that I'm just not a professional troubadour. Do you meet a lot of other musicians on the road?
yeah, I've got a kind of few friends, sort of, mainly from the sort of the buskins sort of scene that we kind of meet up every now and then, so. It's probably less of a scene than it used to be. It used to be, like, kind of years ago, it used to be kind of based around a lot of, like, particular pubs or cafes in cities where people would go and meet up. So I think that side of it, it's kind of fragmented a lot. But, they're kind of little kind of hubs where people would meet, and then I suppose you kind of spread out from there. But yeah, it's definitely changed. It's a lot more. Yeah, I mean, I think society's changed. Just the way people socialise has changed a lot as well, hasn't it? So I do kind of miss a lot of those. The way things were before. The sort of the tech that we've got now. I think in some ways I'm starting to feel that it promised a lot more connection and connection, individuality, sort of autonomy. But I think in a lot of ways now I'm seeing that it's kind of done the opposite, which is a bit sad, really. It's almost like I feel like the advantages of it have kind of peaked. And now, I mean, certainly, like, in a wider sense, like the music business, I thought it was amazing when you had access to the internet and that everyone could communicate, record, share music and stuff like that. I thought it would be a massive sort of burst of creativity, and I thought that it would completely undermine the kind of the major labels, and sort of break down the whole down of the music industry. I think what's happened in reality now is like the complete opposite. Is that they just control, the algorithms and things are just really, really controlled. So I think in a lot of ways people are actually getting a lot less access. They're not really. yeah. I think there's a lot. It's more difficult to access good new music, create music, and I think a lot of people. I think like the live music scene has really died. I think there's nowhere near as many live music venues as there used to be, and just people getting together and creating stuff at a kind of grassroots level. So I think it's much more controlled now than it ever was, which is sad.
Should we get out the van?
Yeah. I think it's getting quite difficult touring in Scandinavia now, I think, because kind of really gone like cashless and stuff, which makes things quite difficult. Everything's kind of cards and apps and like payment systems. I think they use a lot of the stuff they're using now. They're using kind of apps that. They're not like kind of mainstream. They're not even using like PayPal and stuff like that. A lot of it, the countries are kind of really mostly using their own apps, which means that you have to kind of start getting registered with their individual systems and stuff. So I had a friend who was travelling up there a few months ago, and he said it was really, really tough. So let's think of like an easy chord. A left hand. And then do you get bored? Do I get bored? What, playing or No, I don't, not exactly. Maybe that's part of the travel thing, is that, you know, I'm constantly changing. So even if I'm kind of playing the same music, I try and mix things up a little bit. And different gigs, you get different kind of atmospheres and things. So there's a bit of variation in that side of it. But I think, yeah, the travel side, there's always something new going on. Yeah, I think I would get bored if I just going out like playing in the same place too often, or around the same area too often, and things like that. So yeah, it just keeps things fresh, I think. Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever stop travelling?
I don't think I probably will. I think it's just becomes so ingrained in everything you do that I can't really see it happening, you know, unless it ends up like something like a horrible accident or something like that. But no, I just can't stay still.
Woke up this morning full of peace. Perfect one was no use. I've got Monday morning Amsterdam again home with. I can't fix her, it fixes face. I'm the only one who fixes face. I've got Monday morning Amsterdam again home with.
I suddenly felt quite nervous. It was Prawn's gig tomorrow and I still had no idea what they were planning to do.
Sees the mistletoe, remembers his last
Cheers.
What did you get?
Got the Secrets of the Sun.
1917 February day. And the white with flowers don't seem so very.
There aren't be any
Every far away.
Cheers.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Stuck in some bloody field, kinda gone around. The party's life so deep, there to see the ground. Now we're breaking over.
I often take busking for granted as it's often quite shit and easy to walk away from. I fear that another Ed Sheeran could pop up at any moment and the world doesn't need another one of them. One's too many. But I never understood the cultural importance of busking. A troubadour. Now there's a busker that's worth £1 or £2.